Hey, football fans! Whether you're cheering on your favorite team every Sunday or just catching the Super Bowl, you probably know a lot about the NFL. But today, we're going deep. We're talking behind-the-scenes, mind-blowing stuff. The kind of facts that'll make you the smartest person at your fantasy draft. So, strap in, grab your favorite jersey, and get ready to have your minds blown because we're about to unleash 10 surprising NFL facts you didn't know. Let's get started. All right, let's rewind the clock here. Picture this. 1920, the Roaring Twenties. Flappers, jazz music, and the birth of the National Football League. Well, kind of. Back then, it was called the American Professional Football Association, or APFA for you acronym lovers. Can you imagine? 10 teams duking it out for gridiron glory. The Akron Pros, those guys were the OGs, winning the first ever championship. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. This was a different era, folks. No fancy stadiums, no billion-dollar TV deals. These guys were playing for the love of the game, for bragging rights, maybe a couple of bucks if they were lucky. All right, draft day. It's the biggest day of the year for these young prospects, the culmination of years of blood, sweat, and tears. 7 rounds, hundreds of players getting their shot at the big time. Now imagine this, 30 rounds. That's right, back in the day, the NFL draft was basically a 3-day bender of player selection. Can you imagine the chaos? The trades, the rumors, the sheer exhaustion? It's no wonder they shortened it. The Super Bowl, the biggest game on the planet. The hype, the commercials, the halftime show, it's a spectacle unlike anything else. But what if I told you the name Super Bowl was a total fluke? You see, back in 1967, the first ever championship game between the NFL and AFL almost had a totally different name. Get ready for it. The AFL-NFL World Championship game. I know, right? What a mouthful. Thankfully, Lamar Hunt, the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, had a better idea. The story goes that Hunt was inspired by his kids playing with a popular toy at the time, the Super Ball. And bam, just like that, the Super Bowl was born. Have you ever wondered how we get those crystal clear sounds from the game? The crunching tackles, the quarterback's calls, the trash talk? Well, it's no secret that the NFL loves its technology, and they've wired up the game like never before. We're talking microphones embedded in players' helmets, capturing every grunt, every cheer, every word exchanged on the field. Now, it's mostly the quarterbacks and a few key players who are mic'd up, allowing the coaches to relay plays directly into their ears. But don't worry, the NFL's not trying to broadcast every locker room secret. Once the play clock hits 15 seconds, those mics are shut off. Now, let's talk about money. We all know the NFL rakes in billions, right? But here's a fact that might surprise you. Up until 2015, the NFL was registered as a non-profit organization. That's right. The league that brings in more money than some small countries was technically a non-profit. They were classified as a 501c6 organization, which is usually reserved for trade groups. They voluntarily gave up that status in 2015, but it just goes to show you, the NFL always finds a way to win, even off the field. Field goals, they can make or break a game, right? But there's nothing quite like witnessing a kicker absolutely unleash a bomb. And when it comes to booming kicks, Justin Tucker is in a league of his own. We're talking about the longest field goal in NFL history, folks. Picture this, 2021, Ravens versus Lions, the game is on the line. Tucker lines up for a 66-yard field goal and absolutely nails it. The crowd goes wild, the Ravens win, and Justin Tucker cements his place in NFL history. All right, you think the NFL is all about touchdowns and tackles? Think again. These guys are serious about their uniforms. We're talking fines. And not just for the obvious stuff like grabbing a face mask or throwing a punch. Oh no, we're talking about socks, people. Socks. Apparently, there's a right way and a very wrong way to wear your socks in the NFL. Too low? Fine. Too high? Fine. Didn't match your teammates' sock game? You guessed it, another fine. These fines can reach into the thousands of dollars. For socks, it just goes to show you the NFL has a rule for everything, and they're not afraid to enforce them. Let's be honest, folks, the NFL is more than just a sport. It's an entertainment juggernaut, a money-making machine. We're talking billions of dollars, folks. Between TV deals, merchandise, ticket sales, fantasy football, you name it, the NFL is raking it in. And why not? They've created a product that people are absolutely obsessed with. Every Sunday, millions of fans tune in to watch their favorite teams, to witness the drama, the athleticism, the incredible displays of skill. And the NFL knows how to capitalize on that passion. They've built a global brand, and it's only getting bigger. All right, let's take a trip back in time, back to the early days of the NFL. Before these massive, state-of-the-art stadiums, before luxury boxes and jumbotrons, NFL teams were making do with what they had. And what they had were baseball fields. That's right, for decades, NFL teams shared their home turf with Major League Baseball teams. Can you imagine that? Players running routes on dirt infields, dodging bases, trying not to trip over the pitcher's mound. It was a different time, folks. A time when football was still finding its footing, still trying to win over the hearts of fans across the country. The Super Bowl. It's more than just a game, more than just a championship. It's a cultural phenomenon, an event that brings the entire country together. We're talking about over 100 million viewers tuning in every year to witness the biggest spectacle in sports. The commercials, the halftime show, the parties, it's like a national holiday. People who don't even follow football suddenly become experts on draft picks and fantasy stats. It's a time for friends and family to gather, to eat, to drink, to cheer, and to argue about whether the refs made the right call. The Super Bowl is a shared experience, a chance for everyone to come together and celebrate the game we all know and love. And there you have it, folks. 10 surprising NFL facts that'll make you the most knowledgeable fan at the tailgate. From its humble beginnings to its billion-dollar empire, the NFL has come a long way. It's a league full of surprises, full of history, full of moments that'll leave you speechless. So next time you're watching a game, remember these facts, share them with your friends, and impress everyone with your newfound NFL knowledge. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more awesome NFL content. See you next time, folks.